Hi, I'm Joe Mahler. Today we're going to tie Mahler's single strand monofilament shrimp. And a very simple list of materials. It's a hook and an 8-foot long piece of monofilament. I'm using 30 pound. If you're going to use a smaller hook, you could use a smaller diameter line. 30 pound works really well for a number 2. I'm going to take this, I'm going to grab both ends, I'm going to feed the line through, and then I'm going to pull this so I end up in the middle of the line. Now I'm going to pinch this down, wrap over it, and I'm going to make a 2-turn whip finish. 1, 2. Now I'm going to pinch that down and I'm going to tighten it very, very hard. And that's going to stay, that's going to hold the line so we can make the rest of the line, or the rest of the fly. Next thing is, and this is really the core to the whole fly, are these loops. I'm going to take 3 fingers and I'm going to make 6 wraps around those 3 fingers. And that's pretty good. Now I'm going to take the coils, even them up. I can even kind of pinch it in half there. I'm going to keep this line out of the way. Lay this right on top and tighten it down. Tighten it down. There you go. And there's 3 wraps around there. At this point, I can even up the coils even more. All right, now I'm going to take the rest of the coils and place them over the top of the hook, like that. We're going to bend that around, get everything right before we wrap the rest of it. Now I'm going, at this point, I like what I've got here, so I'm going to take some super glue and put it down in the hook, put it around that. So I'm actually going to wrap into that glue. I'm going to hold this up, place one wrap after another, work my way up. So I'm under the point of the hook. Now I'm going to take all but 2 of the coils and pull them back. I'm going to take the line and go right in between those. So those coils, those loops, will stand right up. All right, now this is really key because now we have these loops. I'm going to take those and just lay it flat down on top of that, pinch that down, and wrap over it. And then I'm going to figure 8 it, do one in this direction. Now you can see that what I've got here kind of resembles like dragonfly wings. And I might push that back just a little bit. Now I'm going to figure 8 and just separate those even more. All right, now here's the key. I'm going to take a 2 or 3 turn whip finish, maybe 2 here, and go in that direction, diagonal, this way. Get that out of the way. And I'm going to do the same thing in the opposite direction. So it'll form a kind of a nice little basket weave pattern on the back of the fly. Tighten that down. All right, I'm liking the way that looks. You can even go in here and kind of even those up so they're roughly the same length. It's not critical because we're going to do some trimming here. Now to finish off the head, I'm going to do that same whip finish. Wrap around. 3 ought to work really nicely. I'm going to hold it, tighten it, and now I'm going to crank that back a little bit. It's a 30-pound test, so we don't really have to worry about breaking it. All right, now that's basically our fly. So at this point, I'm going to take the fly out of the vise, and I have something that looks like this. First thing I'm going to do is cut these off. As you do more of these, you'll get more confident using less. You might use 6 feet instead of 8, but it's somewhere in that range. All right, I'm going to cut that off. Then I'm going to take these loops and I'm going to cut those. And I'm going to take these loops, gather them up, cut those. Take these, cut those. Now you see what's happening here. Now I'm going to take these, fold them down, and give it a haircut here. I'm going to even those tips up just like that. Now you can see what I've got here. Now I'm going to take these and sometimes I'll cut this one off, sometimes I'll leave it. This time I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to pick two here that I like that are sort of even. I'm going to pull one out to the side here, one out to the side there, and those are going to act as our eyes. I'm going to go in here and cut those guys, and now I'm going to take this cautery tool and heat that up, just like that. There we go. Now you can see how the eyes are formed. The rest of these antennas, we're just gonna. You can, even if you want them to bend the other way, you can take them against your vise, and you can shape that all sorts of ways. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do is just kind of grab these and bend them back. Bend them back. Fan them out. And you can see how that's shaping up. All right, from here we're going to take these pliers and I'm going to clamp those down like so and bend the legs. And bend them one direction and then another. And that's good for right now. That'll show me where the crease is. Now I'm going to do it in this direction. Bend them. Good. Okay, I'm going to take the pliers away. Now I'm going to take these and I'm going to bend them even tighter. Even tighter. And you can play with those as much as you want. Maybe spread them out just a little bit. And you can see our fly here. Now the very last step is I'm going to take this. You can use the black hardhead glue. I'm using black Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails. Fold those back. And put a little black on there. And there you have it. There's the single strand monofilament shrimp.